Greetings, travelers. We're back at the pond house. We brought Tina out, do some dump runs with her. What's going on with this big load of lumber over here that's no longer here? Well, we've got rain in the area, so they put the lumber in the building, get out of the rain. This Bobcat has a couple attachments. Got forks for moving lumber and stuff, and a scoop for scooping stuff. I'm gonna scoop some stuff over here. You know, we got a pile of bricks. Came in last week, beginning of this week. And what are we gonna do with these? Well, these bricks come from the country house that's in Picayune they're working on. And this was the chimney. The chimney was taken down in a pile. Now you could take these bricks and sort them, get the full ones and make a walkway or build another chimney. But this is going to be used over there. This section of the pond is a little low, and during the heavy rains, the pond wants to overflow here. So they're going to put the bricks in here, add some more of this sandy dirt, pack it down. Oh, look at that. They're even laying it out. So that's what the bricks are for. Let's see what's going on with our bait. Well, the bait is gone from here. This little stick here was to indicate at the end here was a pile. It's gone. This pile of bait completely gone. This was the sugar and Kool-Aid mix. I don't see any tracks. Something's enjoying it. We'll put some more out. What's going on up at the house? The pond house. Let's check it out. Now, before I leave this pond area, I'm told in this direction, which would be west, there's a creek running through there, and that's where the deer and the critters are. There's a feeder down there, and we'll explore that at another time. But that's where all the critters are, through those woods, and there's a creek running through there. So we'll have to check that out. Now the backside, or the western side of the building, just has 3 little windows. That's all that's going there. And we'll call this the front entrance. That's the main door, a couple of large windows next to it, and some other big windows there. Now, I've not seen the floor plan, the blueprints, the funny papers, but I can pretty much tell what's going on just by the rough plumbing. My chore here is just to clean up. And you'll say, well, Cal, the electricians are going to make a mess and the plumber's going to make a mess. Yes, they make a mess, and we have to clean up every time a trade comes in, does their thing. Now, what's this thing right here in the middle of this room? Now, as I understand it, that is electrical in there. There's pipes going back to where pipes were laid during the concrete pouring, and some of them come up through here, And this will be the main entrance and kitchen area. Counters, stove, that kind of thing. And I think where that is, I thought it was a drain, but it's where an island is, kitchen island is going to be. Over here we have either office or bedroom. I don't see any plumbing in there. Same with over there, office or bedroom. And just by looking at the stubbed in plumbing, I'm going to say this is a closet. But yeah, there's a pipe. That's for over here. This is a big bathroom. And that size pipe means a vanity, sink. This big old pipe over here, 3-inch pipe to 4-inch, that's a toilet, a commode, a potty. And you can see that that would be a big doorway into the potty. Over here, got a smaller pipe, 2-inch, that's going to be a shower. Like I said, I haven't seen the layout, but by looking at the stubbed-in plumbing, that's my guess. Little hallway here we go through, back into the kitchen. I think this is kitchen and living area. What's over here? Well, this is a bathroom. Got the big pipe, that's a toilet. This big one is a toilet. We have, I'm going to say a shower. This pipe here is for a shower. That opening down there is for a P-trap. When you plumb it in, you need to leave a 12 by 12 opening for the P-trap. It'll be under a tub. I'm going to say tub and a shower. So that's 2 bathrooms. Sink. Let's see, toilet and sink. Maybe another sink on the other side. There's a office or bedroom. Nice view. Probably storage. Walk-in closet. Walk-in closet with a sink. Got two drains here. Something going on there. And here's a big room. This would be office, storage, rumpus room. Oh, looky here. Looks like a big walk-in closet, but has that big pipe there. Tells me that's a toilet going in there. Up, and over here we have a sink. So that's a half bath, no shower or tub, half bath. That pipe there is for a shower, a big walk-in shower. Again, you can tell it's going to be a shower because it has that opening. That's for a P-trap to go in there. The plumber's going to use that space to get the P-trap in there. I don't know why that toilet is stubbed in with that big pipe. That's all it had that day. Didn't want to trim it down, but that's where a toilet goes. So this is living quarters back here in the pond house. Kind of an entryway here, office, side room, bedroom, office, kitchen, living area, master bath, we'll call it. In the main grand room, this will be the scene of, let's see, what are we going to put in here? Let's see, there'll be a tractor, side by side, boat, pull a car in here, pull a G20 van in here. Plenty of room. And the side walls and stuff with tools and shelves and cabinets, and pretty nice space. Pedestrian door and a rollaway door, a roll-up door, probably. What's with this pile of lumber? Well, this pile of lumber is the siding for this whole structure. We're calling it bat and board, board and bat. You take, you're gonna have two boards like that and a bat. That's the style. Right here's the style. You have your main board and a main board and a bat in between. And that'll go all the way around. Looks like they got enough of it. Some sort of pine, Dougie fir. That'll be mounted on the sides vertically. Board and bat. A little muddy. Now the roof is coming. It's going to be a metal roof. And it's going to be silver in color. Reflect the heat. Generally what you do is you order up you get a measurement from the fascia to the ridge. That's your length. And they're going to do 3-foot panels all the way across. It should go up pretty quick. And that measurement is taken to the factory. I think maybe Golden in Gulfport might be the company. They'll get a measurement of how many panels they need, cut them to length, and bring them out on a flatbed. And that way, from the fascia to the ridge is one solid piece. And add a piece, overlap. And that way there's no seams in the middle. It's just continuous panels from the bottom to the top. And then on the top, there'll be a ridge piece of metal to cover that. What's going on at the campsite? Well, we've brought out the barbecue. We're here for another month and a half. Dottie's getting a little sun. Have my water supply getting warm in the sun. That'll be a bird bath later on. And that's your update. Nice 85 degrees today, 65 at night. Very pleasant. No skeeters yet. The pond does have frogs. I'm told that's not good for those baby fish that are in there. I don't know how you get rid of them, but baby fish and frogs, and 2 ducks that come in every day. All right, that's your update. More cleaning to do. Sweep and clean. And we'll go back to the country house here in a few days and work there. Now that it's jacked up, I'm told it was jacked up with airbags. Foundation companies have these big industrial airbags. And they would just work from one end of the building to the other. Jack it up, put some blocks, jack it up, put some blocks. And because the interior of the house has no sheetrock or ceilings, the studs tend to flex Now the flooring was plywood, and that needs to be kind of knocked back down. Some of the flooring has popped up at the country house, and you just go in and re-nail it where it needs it, and then they can start doing their electrical and plumbing and sheetrocking now that it's up 18 more inches. Hope to get in on that job next week. All right, from the Pond House outside of lovely Poplarville, Mississippi, it's your Coastal.